With me shooting in the gym.
What's going on, folks?
Yes!
Welcome back to the No Home Thoughts Podcast. We're your host, I'm Ryan.
Spry.
And on today's episode, we're going to speak on a question Brian posted about a week ago. If your partner cheats on you with a friend, who is more at fault? Who gets more of the blame? Okay, because they both get the blame, but who gets more of the blame?
Your partner.
The partner.
I mean, that's what I'm gonna say.
I agree.
I'm gonna say my partner because I mean, you just got a lot vested in your partner. What up, y'all?
What's going on, everybody? Instagram, Facebook.
Man, y'all better start liking and sharing.
So yeah, even though there is a code, we all know there's certain chicks that your boy mess with. You know they food. Anybody can have them.
Right.
But you know there's certain chicks that are off limits no matter what. You should know. You making a face.
I'm just saying, everybody, you gotta keep in mind, everybody don't believe and think the same way, so, I mean.
She said it depends on the scenario. I need to know what the scenario is, because I feel if you in a committed relationship, what's your partner doing out there creeping on you with a friend at that? So they are double breaking the rule because they're cheating on you and then with somebody close to you.
Right.
So basically, while you at work, she out there sneaking around with the homie.
Well, I mean, I had a debate. There was a huge debate. And one of the things was, oh my God, look at Chris Kurchain. I used to work with him. What up, Chris? But when it comes to, the relationship, I don't know. Like for me, I value my relationship more than a friendship. And the thing about it is, when it comes to a relationship, I could have been in a relationship with this woman for, let's just say, 6 months, compared to know a friend for about, let's say, 20 years. I'm going to side with my relationship. I'm sorry. I'm going to side with my relationship. Because that's, hey, Miss Cornish, I never met you, but I appreciate you for jumping on.
Someone said, so is it an affair or did they just sleep with each other?
It doesn't matter, dude.
I just put. I just wanted to see what they. I didn't think it mattered.
My God, man! You're about to make me say stuff that
but you got to realize women look at it differently. Like women kind of look at it like an affair was like emotion. You were emotionally attached to this person.
My God.
Hey man.
Well, hold on. Let me ask you this question. Does it matter? Like truthfully, I mean,
for a man, no.
No. I'm just saying, like
for a man, no.
Okay.
I think for a man, no.
So, if you slept with the person, regardless if it was an affair or if it was a, just one night stand, I don't think it make a difference.
For a man, no.
Women be talking about, y'all was emotionally,
exactly,
involved. Exactly. Well, yeah, because you remember what the lady said that she said she divorced her husband. Yeah, you actually is posting it. Y'all better check out, like and share on YouTube too. But she said on that video that she divorced her husband because, what did she say? He was having a emotional affair.
Yeah.
I said, what the hell is that? She said because he was confiding into another woman. I said, oh my God. I said, wait. For his relationship.
For those who don't know, that call-in number is 267
267
797
797
7868.
7868. What's up, Wale? Oh, that look like a strange number. Might be a bill collector. On Instagram, see everything that you do. You got that.
What's going on? Calling live with no home thoughts. Take yours off.
Oh, that's one.
Take yours off.
What's your name? Take what off?
Yours isn't on this?
No.
Oh. Accept. Sorry, folks.
I got my cousin that's calling in.
Hold on.
Yo. Hello? Hello? Yo. Yo, cuz.
What? You sure you're not on?
Bro. Mine's not,
Oh. It's not connected. Hold on 1 second. It's not connecting.
just put it on speaker.
It wants. Oh, shit. Don't talk about what just happened.
This boy got that cricket icky, boy. We had 9 people on here, now we messing with your cricket, now we down to 5. Come on, y'all. I got my cousin on the line, calling from prison.
Hey, what's going on?
Yo. Hey, yo, cuz, what's up? Yo, cuz.
Is that it?
Yo, cuz. Hey, man, that's what happened when you got a cricket, man. This guy got a cricket. I don't know why this guy don't know. Like, he know that somebody gonna call in. He don't check the phone and see if it's connected until somebody call in.
That's because your phone's connected to it.
No, how's my phone connected to it?
I said was.
Nah, I already canceled it when I was over there. Now he wanna blame my phone. Now just ask me this, answer this.
Yeah, that's too much feedback.
He already, if that's the case, that's him. Is okay, we're gonna change the topic.
This is a free call from
This is my cousin. He doing life.
Pennsylvania State Correctional Institution, Rockview. This call is subject to recording and monitoring. To accept this free call, press. To refuse this free call, press 2. If you thank you for using Securus, you may start the conversation now.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Yo, what's up?
What up?
Yo, what's up, cuz? What's up?
I know what's going on. I called earlier, but I guess the phone is hung up. I said, I'll try again.
No, that's cool, man. That's cool that we got you on here. So, I mean, I know we ain't got much time because I told the callers, I told the listeners that pretty much my cousin he's calling in, and you got life or whatever. So, I mean, we're gonna have to change the the questions because, of course, like you don't have much time on here to even talk. So I got a question for you. Since the COVID and the Corona been going on, how has it been in the prison system?
I mean, for the most, it's like considering the resources that they have, and I guess they're trying to do the best they can, but to be honest, it's kind of hurt. It's fucked up because we don't really have a whole bunch of stuff going for us. Basically, we just locked in the cells like almost 20 something hours, like over 22 hours a day. We come out for like an hour rec every other day. We get a 20 minutes for showers. You get a 15-minute phone call. Other than that, we just locked in. Ain't really nothing going on in the movement. And now I just found out that where they don't, because we're in a certain county where a college is located, they're relocating a lot of dudes from to other jails that they come for the population, and the college kids is about to come up here. So motherfuckers who've been here for, they about to slide out and start their bid all over again.
Man, I mean, well, we just sitting here. I mean, I know we don't have much time. So, I mean, you got a lot of people that's online. I mean, we on live right now on Facebook. I mean, just tell people a little bit about yourself. Tell people a little bit about your story. I mean, just so, you know, for people that don't know.
I mean, first of all, I guess for the most part, I was young and into a whole bunch of stuff I shouldn't have been in. So instead of concentrating on the opportunities that I had in front of me, ended up catching the case, and I've been down for almost 19 years going on. Yeah, almost 19 years trying to fight and get home to my folks, and basically just trying to prove to everybody, for the most part, that I'm deserving of a second chance. But even with this whole COVID shit, you would think that the whole mercy, whole second chance thing would be something that's given to so many more people. But like I said, going back to that, you still got people that's been like 30 and 70 that they don't even want to give a second chance
State
to.
Correctional Institution, Rockview. This call is
I look at it.
monitored.
My fight is, I don't see my fight as just my fight. I see my fight as a fight for everybody, because given an opportunity, I'm going to speak up for as many people as I possibly can.
That's what I'm talking about, man. I was telling the callers and the listeners, I mean, I was just telling them that you got life, and I mean, obviously, you calling in just to give a little feedback and just let people know how it is inside of the prison.
I got a quick question.
Go ahead.
What lesson can you say you've learned?
That's what I was about to say.
Okay, never mind.
I was gonna say, so you know what I mean. So now that we get to that, like, what can you tell the youth? Because that's what we try to make a difference with the youth, and even just young men and men our age. So what can you give, like, some quick jewels or whatever, that can help them in the future?
I mean, I think the number one thing that is taught, and whether you want to pick it up, you gotta have patience. And I think a lot of times is, when we're young, we have a tendency of just making impulsive decisions that usually end up causing a lot more devastation than they do benefit. But I think that being in the situation I'm in, I've been forced to sit down and think about so many different things. And I think that I've taken so much patience, and with that patience, it gives me a chance to really think things out. So, I mean, it's just overall experience that you pick up from being here around certain people. I mean, that's one thing I can definitely say, because I know at the beginning of my bed, Raheem hit me with some wise words at such an early age, but he hit me with the fact that I had to realize who was on my side and who wasn't. And that's something that I didn't really appreciate. But I think now that it being down for so long, you learn to appreciate so many things, not just relationships, but even a chance to go out and get fresh air or a chance to watch a good movie that you probably wouldn't have an opportunity to do. But I think the biggest thing anybody could ever take away from being in jail if they actually take the time out to ruminate on the things, the decisions that they made is the fact that, just be patient, take things slow.
That was pretty decent, man. So, I mean, at this point, like, how do you deal with this? Like me, I mean, because at this point, I mean, no appeals or anything. You know that you have life. Like, you don't have numbers, you have letters. So, I mean, I know we hear people, rap people talk about it, but you on a call that's able to talk to the people. How do you deal with knowing that you would never come home?
In reality, it hurts because you know that everything that you've missed along the way, but at the same time, you gotta take into consideration everything that, the victims missed out on and the victim's family missed out on. But I think that one of the things that got me to the place I am now is I realized the things that I did in my life and what needed to be changed. And with that comes education, something that I never really took seriously when I was younger, as far as just picking up books and learning about, the different people. Because one of the things that I try to pride myself on is the fact that, a smart person can learn from their own mistakes, but a wise person can learn from the mistakes of others before they even have a chance to fall into those pitfalls. So when I read different stories about people who, had challenges throughout the course of their life, you pick up from that. And you pick up from the people that you see on a daily basis, whether it's inmates, whether it's staff, or it doesn't matter. Like, the fact is, as long as you're observant to your surroundings, you have to be there, and don't really put too much emphasis on the fact that your reality is possibly you probably never come home, but how much good can you do? Because when you start living your life trying to find redemption in a small thing, you'll find that that's a hole that you'll never be able to fill up. So the more good you do throughout the course of your life, you'll never be able to fix anything that you ever did wrong. So the best thing you could possibly do is be the best person that you could be.
Wow. I mean, that was powerful. That was actually good, man. But how do you, mentally? I mean, mentally, how your mentals, just in general, like how mentally, how do you deal with it? You know what I mean?
You stay busy. Jail is a place of distraction, and I think a lot of times when you're younger, you come in and find the distractions and playing board games, or you find that people put you in a lot of similarities with. You talk about rap, you talk about movies that you like, or girls that you've been with, or things like that. You play basketball, or you find yourself involved in different sports. But I think that in order for you to really withhold and be strong, you have to find some type of distraction that's going to make it better. And like I said, with mine, it comes reading. It comes with learning new skills, things that if I'm given the opportunity that I'll be able to contribute to society, as opposed to just bank on society just to give me whatever they think that I'm deserving. I want to earn my own. So, like I said, jail is a place of distraction. Depending on what you find yourself distracted by, that's going to determine who leads your life down.
Wow. I got another question, man. Beanie Siegel said in one of his raps, you gotta, what he said, you gotta wash out your drawers.
Same water you piss, carbon spit, same water you.
Yeah. Is that true?
Yeah. Listen, I ain't going far. Early in my day, like when I first got booked, niggas was really doing that shit. But it's like right now, it's like a water recycling thing that they do where all the water is the same. So the water that you flush out the toilet, then eventually it gets redrawn back in and you end up drinking it after they filter whatever it is out. So yeah, that shit definitely real.
Wow.
Didn't know that.
I thought honestly, I thought that was just rap. I thought it was just more so rap. I didn't know. I didn't think it was true. I mean, I was just like, wow. I mean,
Oh no, like, in order to you think it only but so big, so on some real shit, you really gotta make sure your toilet is clean, because if you want to rinse out your clothes and make it, make it really get all the soap out, then you want to make sure you ain't gonna have no shit particles inside of your t-shirt. So it might be a good idea to actually keep your toilet clean. Yeah, I mean,
this guy that I know, that he told me, he said the water, the toilet water is so cold they put their juices and stuff in the toilet.
oh yeah, like again, you gotta make sure that you keep like your food that you want to keep chilled in a properly sealed bag. But like they give us resealable bags that our coffee come in and shit. But yeah, you can put stuff on the side of the toilet because it always stay cold. Or if you want, and then you can put it inside. Or if you make booze, then you can get some motherfucking ice. But either way, yeah, that's the way to keep your shit cold.
Wow. I mean,
It always amazed me how innovative people in jail are. Like, I guess your circumstances causes you to, rise to the occasion. Cause some of the stuff, you ever watch the show called Lock Up Raw?
Right.
Some of the stuff they come up with is
Yeah.
ingenious. Believe it or not.
1 minute left.
Yeah, I mean, you figure you got people who spent years in a box that they like. You got to find out, how can I heat up my food? How can I do this? How can I do that? So you have to be sort of a genius in order to discover these things. If not, all these things, they might be small. It's things that they make our bed a little bit easier.
Right.
wow. I mean, that's what's up, man. I appreciate because I think the call, I got like 30 seconds left. But that's good, man. I hope that you can call again. And do you know Wallow 267?
No.
Wallow 267, he did about 20 some odd years in jail, and now he hitting Philly streets hard, and he changing the community. I mean, big time.
Yeah.
Oh, that's.
So I mean, I appreciate you calling, man. Love you, man.
That was it.
You ain't gonna never get that. Y'all ain't gonna never get that, man. Y'all better tune in. Hey, we were just talking about you. Hey Morgan, what's up now? Drea, we were just talking about Drea. He called you Drea like that's your name.
It makes it easier. It makes it so much easier.
I said that's her Instagram name. I mean, you can't call her Drea.
What's going on? What is that right there? What does that say?
I mean, I'm just saying. But yeah, that was my cousin that he called in from prison. He been locked up since he been 19 years old. He is now about, I want to say about 36, 37 years old. He got life. He would never see the light of day again. And he was just giving us some input on how it is in prison at this current time, and how just how we shouldn't take things for granted. And I already said that I was going to change. I said that we was going to change the topic once, because I knew he was going to call one day or at some point, and he definitely did it today. He blessed us with that one. But it was touchy because it's just no way that I can be somewhere knowing that I can never go to my mom or never able to talk. I'm sorry, y'all, for the topic. I mean, I know we changed the topic or whatever, but my cousin called in from prison, and he was doing life. What's up, Sean? My cousin called in, so I changed the topic. He doing life. He never coming home. So, you know, you can't. There's no way that you can continue on talking about what you're talking about, whatever we was talking about out there. I done even forgot. But it's no way that you can be mentally into trying to, like, just to deal with somewhere that you never coming home from. You're never getting out. Can you just imagine somebody tell you you can never have sex again? Can you just imagine somebody tell you that you can never see your daughter, your kids, your wife, your mom, your husband? Can you just imagine that? Y'all can't even imagine that. This man called and just said that he is, I said, where you at mentally? And he just was like, well, you know, I mean, you know, just deal. I can't deal with that.
Yeah, he was like, gotta keep yourself distracted.
Nah,
I didn't want to ask too many questions because I didn't want to, like, he's already inside. Like, you don't want to beat him down and bombard him with all these questions. Like, how do you feel about not being able to just go get a drink of water without putting it in the toilet first? Like,
you know what he told me? He told me, how do you think when you, he said, if people want to think, like, because when we was on quarantine, people was like, oh, we in prison. He said, you know what y'all need to do? He said, prisoners is in jail right now saying to themselves, oh, this is a joke. He said, what you need to do is go into your bathroom, lock yourself in the bathroom, and don't come out just for 3 days and just see how you can handle it.
Yeah,
I said I'm not doing it.
Because as many people are complaining about being inside the house when we were on quarantine, you had a living room, you had a dining room, you had a kitchen, and you had all these amenities in there that you created. Like, you set yourself up in your house the way you want to. Like, whether you got a PlayStation, whether you got a big screen TV, a pool table, whatever it is that you like, you have it set up in your room, and you sharing it with people you brought in, whether it be your wife or your children, whatever.
Yo, well, everybody that's on right now, man, like and share this video. Like and share this video. My cousin just called in. I'm gonna repeat it again because somebody new could be just jumping on. My cousin called in to give his input on the prison system. We was actually here to talk about
something completely different.
Something totally different, but he called in and it was no way that I can get back onto the topic and just act like he just didn't call in. So if you can, please, I mean, I see everybody that's on. Can you please just like and share, comment? My cousin, he actually trying to come home. He been locked up for about almost 20 years. It's about 18. He been locked up for a long time and he trying to come home. So if you can, like and share. Like and share. When you go to No Holding Thoughts on YouTube, subscribe and like the videos. I mean, we put tons of videos out.
Drop a comment.
Drop a comment because that obviously, you know, so I can address it. Well, most of the time I don't address it. I let Rod do that because he had more sense than me. I'm a little retarded. So, but yeah. And he just gave us some input, man. It was I appreciate everybody, I swear to you. Everybody that liked and shared. My cousin just came on. He's doing life in prison. He came on and gave his how he felt about what's going on in prison, how he's dealing with being in prison, and also he have life. He don't have numbers. He have life. Life. He never come home, and he know that, and he called in so everybody can see that, and his whole thought is, I just want to help somebody.
Yeah.
His whole mindset is, I just want to help somebody. So if you want to help him, help people, like and share this video.
We didn't get the full story, but I don't know exactly what happened, but obviously he got himself in a situation that he really wish he wasn't in, and we've all put ourselves in that situation that may not have led us to being arrested, or we may have been arrested, but may not have led us to serve the amount of time he's already served.
Yeah,
And will continue to serve, but you know, you gotta watch what you do and try to make the best of your situations and not make the same mistakes.
Y'all better just know, I can't do life. I can't do it. So I might have to, I might need me a one-way ticket. You know what I mean? That's, life is a long time.
That's a long time.
That's a long time. Back in the day, they used to say life is like years. Like, you know, you do 20 or 25 years. I can't do life. I'm just letting y'all know that.
Yeah, that's.
I can't.
I'm not looking forward to any amount of time.
I mean, I'm willing to do it if my family is on the line. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah.
Y'all better just keep liking, sharing. Whoever tuned in,
Appreciate you.
appreciate y'all, man. No holding thoughts. Anybody that's that been watching just for a minute. My cousin called in from prison. He's in Rockview, and I was hopefully, we caught a lot of it, but I wanted to get to even, because like the computer and how they was talking, just everything that what was going on. You know what I mean? He pretty much just, he pretty much just let you know, he spoke for the youth. There's a lot of people saying stuff, man. What they saying?
No, this was beforehand.
Oh.
Somebody said, God bless you, brother, stay strong. I will definitely keep you in my prayers.
Yeah, I mean, me and him talked and he said that he didn't do it. You know what I mean? So, but it's nothing you can really do, because it's like, you know what I mean, I don't have any money. Only thing I can do is just put his story out here.
Right.
And then people now at that point, you know, he was accused of murder in Chester, PA, at the college, Widener. He was accused of, and the thing about it is he had a full scholarship to Virginia Tech.
Wow.
He had a full scholarship to Virginia Tech. When I tell y'all, and y'all can jump off all y'all want, but when I tell y'all that we better than average, I mean that. Because the simple fact that when somebody of his caliber that come up, his upbringing, living in Camden, and he had a full scholarship to Camden, and full scholarship to Virginia Tech. Oh, that's my fault. He had a full scholarship to Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech is not a small school at all. You know what I mean? I was there when the scouts came out for him, when he played football, offensive line, defensive line. But they couldn't afford the small things, like the college dorms and stuff like that. I don't want to hear that nobody on Instagram, just give me 1 second. Don't tell me that y'all was watching the show when I could see that y'all wasn't on there. Like, come on, man. I'm getting tired of that. Like, people be like, oh, I was watching the show. The show be 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 45 minutes, to an hour or whatever. And then they be telling you they watch the show when you can see that they not on here. They tune in for, 5 seconds and say, hey, and then jump off. Get out my face. Get out my face. Don't waste my time. You know what I mean? Don't tell me that you was watching the show when you really wasn't. I'm not saying that you're supposed to be listening to the whole show, but at the same time, you wasn't watching it. So, you know what I mean? That's how I feel about that. But he was accused. He said that he didn't do it. I don't know.
What was it? Wrong place, wrong time?
It's one of those things, man. Like, he said wrong place, wrong time. The family already canceled him out. You know what I mean? It's just like any other family. It's like any other family. They tell you real quick. Oh man, you know everybody ride for you until, you know what I mean. Like it just be like, oh okay, all right, I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. But now you got life.
Yeah,
so
that's a stressful thing.
I mean,
for any situation like life, like you said, that's a long time. Like you can't really.
Who can really listen to that? Raheem, Raheem Price, life without the possibility of parole. Hold on.
Yeah, that ain't gonna work. What's going on, man? You going live with no holding thoughts?
Yeah.
Hello?
Hello?
Yo.
You hear us?
Yo, what's up? No holding thoughts. Yo.
We hear you. You hear us?
This is the last time that this is gonna happen. We about to change this damn number. Yeah, call back, man. But yeah, that was powerful, man. You gotta be in a certain level of mentals, man. It's tough, man. It's tough. It was tough even just listening to him. At first we was hearing the people in the back. It was crazy. Like,
What's going on? You live with no holding thoughts?
What's going on?
How's it going, man?
What's up, man?
That sounds kind of low, or maybe it could be my phone. The volume sounds kind of low.
What about now?
Yeah, it sounds a little better. Greetings, brother. How y'all doing?
Pretty good, man. How about yourself?
All right.
Alright, I want to comment on what your cousin said. I'm not sure if your cousin knows it, or he had the opportunity to say it. Well, actually, he didn't. When he mentioned the education part of incarceration, I'm not sure if he knows that a friend of mine down long stretch, he did about 20-some years. And he told me that so-called inmates aren't permitted to enroll in any educational programs as far as coming towards earning a degree. Have the 2-year degree, they're not permitted to unless they're in their last 2 years of their stretch. So if someone has 12 years, that person can't apply to college or anything until their 11th year. And I think that's along the lines of extended imprisonment of people, because how can you better someone, as your cousin was saying eloquently, to try to find an opportunity to help someone else that they can't help themselves, educate themselves. Granted, yes, life, but should inmates really, should people that locked up really be restricted from bettering themselves when it comes to education? So is this about rehabilitation or punishment?
Definitely mostly about punishment.
So
Disguised as
the law that
rehabilitation.
says that the so-called United States of America, they can't inflict cruel and unusual punishment. That's cruel and unusual punishment from a psychological standpoint to keep someone in a room for a certain amount of time, knowing it affects the psyche of the entity. The person won't think properly and become, basically, if they don't have education or something that distract their mindset, as your cousin said, it could drive a person insane. Because have you ever heard the saying that silence could be so loud? So if you're in a room for 23 hours a day and one room out with not too much communication and interaction with other entities, that definitely affects the psychology of a person. So it's punishment, it's not rehabilitation.
No, definitely, because look how it was when we got off of quarantine, off of lockdown. And look how people were acting just by being in lockdown or being told they had to be locked down. You talking about only even if he was in lockdown from the start of the virus till now, that's only 5 months. And some people, some states were only locked down for like 2 or 3 months. So you talking years at a time, hours of a day that you're not allowed out. You're not allowed human interaction. And I was just reading an article not too long ago about they were asking inmates what did they do when they were when they were in the hole, when they were in solitary confinement, and they were saying like you had to figure something out or else you were going to go insane. So imagine if you don't figure something out, what happens then? But that's what happens, as you said, cruel and unusual punishment. You keeping somebody. Human beings are social creatures. You keeping them locked down without any contact and away from the sun, away from everybody else for 24 hours out of a day, months at a time. That's ridiculous.
But hey,
You hear us?
you know my older brother. He did a crazy stretch. You know that. I mean,
Right.
and he was telling me the way he came out psychologically because of the cruel and unusual punishment that he fell victim to. We were calling the prison, trying to get help for him and stuff of that nature. But you saw when he came home, you didn't know him before, but what you said about him, and I told you, he was not like that years ago. So what your cousin is going through, no matter what allegedly he so-called has done, I respect the fact that he does deserve a second chance. And coming from a person he allegedly killed someone, he shouldn't come out of jail. I can understand how emotionally involved someone can feel that way and be vested and be righteous for that. However, I look at the third side of the coin, not the heads and the tails, the written side of the coin that everybody ignores. And that's the most prominent side, which is the objective side. That being said, if he's been locked up since he's 19 years old, he made an indecisive decision before he was considered a so-called adult in the United States. Let me explain that. They say when you're 18, you're an adult. But he was 19. When you're 21, you can't buy a pack of cigarettes and stuff like that unless they change it. So if he made a decision when he was 19 years old, that was a so-called bad decision that allegedly he made, do you think that he thinks the same way when he's 30-something?
Absolutely not.
And he had time to think about it?
No, absolutely not.
So
Nobody thinks the same.
unusual punishment.
Right.
Yeah, once you have time to grow, as you said, like when you're 17 years old, you can't even make decisions for yourself. It still falls on your parents. Like let's say you keep skipping school, them truancy officers come for your parents. So you made a decision around that time, and now you're in your 30s. Your complete thought process is completely different.
Well, let me show you something. The Honorable Malcolm X said this in 1963. He said that if you want to send someone a place to think, send them to prison or send them to a library. Because the prison will force them to the library because of all the jab and distraction that's going on to keep them there. He also talked about how when he exposed many different books like Hitler's Mein Kampf, which is basically an extremely racist Bible, so-called, when he exposed that, they took that from the library. When he exposed things that's going to help our brothers and sisters re-educate themselves from the miseducation that has been indoctrinated in us almost intravenously, they stopped those things because we can't go to school, we can't get certain books in prison. So your cousin is in a situation where he's probably stronger than many people on the street because he's coming from nothing, making it to something with no outside contact. So he's around people that may be not so good people that are good people in there, and people that have been accused of things such as himself. So without that influence, and without him projecting, we all know the OG who so-called did something or really did it. They have more powerful voices than the reverend in the church because it's real, not theology. So to stop him from doing that, that's just criminal.
No, absolutely.
That's a fact, man.
So yeah, I just want to call in and give my little 2 cents, and I appreciate the show. And I'm going to keep supporting the show, and people should continue to share and stop frauding instead of you was watching when they weren't. You can't watch it, but you can't just support. You watch every bit of these nonsense, basketball lives, and all this other crap like that you don't even know these facts. None of them. And you support them. Support people you know that you can have the potential of seeing. And thanking them in person, giving them the flowers while they can still smell them.
Ah!
Straight up, now I'll be saying that, man. Like, you see that every day, and they say, like, for example, last time, not to be topic, but you hear about Brian, you and I talked about it earlier today. People say, well, yeah, I support my people, I support this. Well, as soon as they get a little bit of money, I'll go this Gucci chain. He looks nothing like you and don't give two shits about you. You know what I mean? But you don't support anybody else that looks like you. It's crazy.
I say this all the time.
Anyway.
Only, you know, because I mean, we'll talk because a lot of people that you know that you encounter, they will always tell me, oh yeah, I catch the show, and or I support the show, or I do this or do that, and it's just like the dumber we talk, the better the show. And I told you that. I said that you can't talk with intellect because people don't follow intellect. People follow dumbness. You know what I mean? People would rather see two girls punching on each other, or when a girl was swinging the girl around like a merry-go-round, or when girls be fighting and they get stumped. They prefer to watch that. But then when we talk about something that's going on in our community, I'm right here in your neighborhood. I'm right here. I'm hitting the streets. I'm right here doing all these things and dealing with these things that y'all dealing with. No, they won't support that. You know what I mean? And then when they see me, they say, oh yeah, I watch the show. Faggot. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have said that.
You're on with that one.
Alright, I shouldn't have said that.
Hey, check this out.
I shouldn't have said that.
How about this? How about this for a sleeper bill? The second, I was lecturing a class at College of Alameda, out here where I'm at in California. I was lecturing a class on the Evo Rebellion of 1803. I'm not going to make it into a history thing, but I was lecturing on that. And a good friend of mine, a good older friend of mine, was there, and he was telling me, after the class was over, you know, people like this, stuff like that, but I noticed that not too many people was really zooming in. And I asked him why. And my old head was like, he said, that's because you were speaking over your crowd. And I was like, what do you mean? I'm just telling the history. It's here in the paper. Like, I can prove it. He said, yes, but he wasn't putting it in a terminology like this. Yeah, when they came over here, he was riding. You know, they took over everything. They oppressed the Africans and they now called Haitians, and that was crazy. He said, when you speak the language of the people, you own the ears and you learn your crowd. Ever since he told me that, I changed my format, and it's about probably 98% in my class. So, we can use your podcast, the great show you have now, you're speaking the language of the people, but you're intertwining it into intellectualism and popular so-called pop culture.
Right.
So I think this will slowly but surely acclimate the people, will make the people come towards the show more.
That's what I believe. That's what I believe.
Especially y'all personalities.
That's what I believe. It's just that a lot of people gotta like and share. They better. I'm gonna talk about their mom. That's what I'm gonna do.
Well, anyway, I'm going to continue to be donating. I'm going to donate something else to the show to help y'all get some things y'all need and to develop the show. I think everybody watching this show could do the same thing. You're on quarantine. How many times you in a bar you spent $20, $30 on a homeless or a woman, a sister you trying to impress? Drinks. Send these brothers some money to help educate our people and inform our people as real mediaologists.
Man, I appreciate that, man. A lot of people.
Yeah, let me at y'all though.
All right, man.
All right, man. Appreciate your call.
Which is so true. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you know what I mean? What we bring to the people, I mean, it might not be for you, but it'd be just so funny how, I don't know if you deal with it, but a lot of people are like, oh, I caught your show. And I shouldn't have said that. I'm sorry. But you punk. You only watched 2 minutes of it, and then you're gonna try to tell me you watched the show. The show was an hour long. My cousin called in from prison doing life, and then you're gonna sit here and act like you watched the whole show. It's so funny, like how people be doing. That's why, like I am who I am. You know what I mean? Like nobody can change who I am. I support all. It don't matter to me. I love everybody, and you know, I wouldn't say that I love everybody. Well, if you wrong me, then I kind of, I stay away from you. But for the most part, if we have a good rapport, then we good. You know what I mean? You don't have to worry about me doing any snake stuff or whatever. But it just be so funny, like how people say that they support. They don't support, man. It was a verse that the dude, I don't know if you ever heard of this rapper named No Cat. Listen, it was so funny. Today, it was the first day that I listened to this dude. And he was just like, people say that they love you and say that they send out prayers. They lying.
That's what he said?
In a rap sort.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But they lying. People be saying that, I send a prayer. They ain't praying. They lying, man. That's why I don't deal with people, man. People be lying. You know what I mean? People.
For those who don't know, the question that's posted up there, it kind of switched because Raheem's cousin called in from prison and dropped some jewels on us about how he's living inside and how he got there. So I see some people commenting about the topic that was originally put up there, but we kind of pushed.
That's how you know that they ain't listening to the show.
We kind of pushed that to the side.
And then they gonna say, "Oh, Raheem, I was listening to the show all day." You weren't. Yeah. Like right there. Let me show y'all. Let me put my finger where y'all faces are. Right there.
Put
Right.
Okay.
Right there. I can see who's online. For the most part, I can see. And then they're gonna tell me that they was online all day, but you weren't. And I really appreciate everybody that always been supporting all the thoughts. I mean, and one of the statements that I made some time ago, one of the things that I said was, people always find something that you did wrong, but never find something that you did right. And it's okay, you know what I mean? People can always critique what you're doing wrong. But the same way you critique that you did wrong, you need to do the same thing if they're doing something right. You know what I mean? No holding thoughts. The show is based on for people for not holding their thoughts. Obviously, the show the title is from my name, and it continued for Raheem name. No holding thoughts, no matter what the price. You know what I mean? It's our names. We never thought in a million years that we'd be talking about relationship issues and topics that we really deal with in life. We was talking about when we first started this thing, we was doing political sports. Like we was just talking about the political side of things when it comes to sports. And then we end up talking about one thing, and then it end up being another, and then another, and then another, and then it kind of hit. But at the same time, if we doing something wrong, then just let me know. Like if I said something, if Ross says something, I would imagine that y'all drop it in the comments. Don't keep saying that the show was a great show. I mean, because you'll never get past that point if you keep saying, "Oh yeah, it was a great show." So why you not sharing it? Why you not liking it? Why you not telling somebody about it? You know what I mean? We about to hit y'all with a storm.
Dropping suggestions for topics, even though you said you got a bunch of topics.
Yeah, it was a bunch.
When you dropped it, we appreciate that. Like we said, it all started off. This is y'all show. We just hosted whatever y'all want to talk about. Whatever y'all. We had some crazy people. Well, not crazy people. Some crazy situations that people called in about a few times. So yeah, it was good. It was
we actually. I'm not lying to you. Like I want to start posting this stuff, but of course you can't do it. One young lady got back with her boyfriend because of no holding thoughts.
I didn't know that.
Oh, you didn't know that? Mm-hmm. Wow. No, but they called. Remember that time?
I remember they called, but I didn't know what happened.
Right. Well, yeah, they got back together. It was another situation. Miss Dupree. She never spoke on about her son being murdered. She was able to get out of that. Now the show might not be for you. Then log the hell off. Log off. I mean, we'd be alright. You know what I mean? We'd be fine. But when she called in, she seen something and was able to make her talk about her son that she never talked about. Because this show don't judge nobody. Mm-mm. You know what I mean? When you come and you call in on the, what's up, Rodney? When you come and call in on this show, you get to say whatever you want. I mean, I prefer you not to curse, but at the same time, you could go and give your spill
on whatever you want to talk about.
It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Most of the time we have a topic, you have an opinion. Nobody don't care, you know, like if your opinion right or wrong, or it's just your opinion.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't give you a voice. That's why when you see most of these newses, channel 3, 6, 10, 17, and 29. That's why they cut y'all stuff up because they don't
look crazy.
Yeah, because they know what they're doing. They don't want y'all. They don't want y'all. They don't want y'all to be seen how smart you are. See, but when you come to
or get your full thought out,
definitely. So let me just say this. So some guy sent us on Instagram about No Holding Thoughts that he sent. He was talking about what Donald Trump was saying, and Donald Trump was just saying how he felt about, like the chemicals. How was they able to make a chemical that could kill a germ but can't make up a chemical that can kill a virus inside the body? I was like, dude, why are you sending me that? You know what I mean? Like, it's okay. Like, I mean, at the same time, it's just like, you don't have to like something. That makes sense. Like to me, that makes sense. I'm not saying I'm a Donald Trump supporter, but I'm just saying at the same time, it's just, he was talking to somebody and he was just like, well, I see over here that y'all have chemicals that could kill, 99.9% of the germs. So why can't y'all have something like that for your body? That's pretty much what was said in that particular interview, and that's how it went. But I don't know if he was trying to be funny or if he was a Trump supporter. I stay away from that type of stuff. I mean, just, I don't have no answer. Just leave me alone with that. Like, I don't. The reason being is because it's so tedious and people take it so personal. That's why we don't talk about religion and we don't talk about race. I mean politics. I meant to say. We don't talk about religion or politics. Sometimes my spirituality come out when I'm talking here online, but I try my hardest because people just have their own opinions, and I mean you're entitled to your own opinion. Don't try to change the way that I feel. And that's all I ask. And a lot of people on here, they just. There's a lot of love. I'm not going to sit here and say that's not a lot of love. It's a lot of love.
And we appreciate that love from the bottom of our hearts, from, especially the people that's been there from the beginning.
Day one.
They know who they are.
We met a lot of people through here, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? A lot of people.
Even more to come from hitting the streets.
Yeah, a lot of
the next thing to happen. We met somebody we spoke to for about 2 hours after hitting the streets.
Yeah,
it might have been even a little bit longer than that. But we was out there speaking to this one young lady.
And it was for hours too. It was about 2 hours.
It was daylight out, and the next thing you know, it was nighttime. But
I really appreciate that. That's the stuff that because it's just conversation. And what's wrong with just making conversation? Just a conversation. Yeah, we ain't doing nothing wrong. I have an opinion. Some people don't like my opinion. That's okay. You know what I mean? I don't have nothing to say about you not liking my opinion.